Welcome to A Course in Miracles. We're reading in chapter 15, The Holy Instant, section 8, The Only Real Relationship, in paragraph 3. Relate only with what will never leave you and what you can never leave. The loneliness of God's Son is the loneliness of his Father. Refuse not the awareness of your completion and seek not to restore it to yourself. I'll pause here and say, we're told to not seek to restore it to ourselves because that just deepens the delusion that we don't already have it. Fear not to give redemption over to your Redeemer's love. I'm going to read that again. Fear not to give redemption over to your Redeemer's love. I'm going to pause and say, because we've given it to ego, and the ego tells us distorted lies. Fear not to give redemption over to your Redeemer's love. He will not fail you, for he comes from one who cannot fail. Accept your sense of failure as nothing more than a mistake in who you are. I'll pause here and say, beloved, you have not failed. You are still perfect, whole, and complete. You are still perfectly innocent. You are fulfilling your function. The ego will tell you otherwise. And we are asked to give redemption over to our Redeemer's love instead. For the holy host of God is beyond failure, and nothing that he wills can be denied. You are forever in a relationship so holy that it calls to everyone to escape from loneliness and join you in your love. And where you are, must everyone seek and find you there. Think but an instant on this. God gave the sonship to you to ensure your perfect creation. This was his gift, for as he withheld himself not from you, he withheld not his creation. Nothing that ever was created but is yours. Your relationships are with the universe, and this universe being of God is far beyond the petty sum of all the separate bodies you perceive. For all its parts are joined in God through Christ, where they become like to their Father. Christ knows of no separation from his Father, who is his one relationship in which he gives as his Father gives to him. The Holy Spirit is God's attempt to free you of what he does not understand. And because of the source of the attempt, it will succeed. The Holy Spirit asks you to respond as God does. I'm going to read that again. The Holy Spirit asks you to respond as God does. For he would teach you what you do not understand. God would respond to every need, whatever form it takes. And so he keeps this channel open to receive his communication to you and yours to him. I'm going to pause here and say, we've been told before in A Course in Miracles that you cannot break that link. He keeps this channel open to receive his communication to you and yours to him. God does not understand your problem in communication, for he does not share it with you. It is only you who believe that it is understandable. The Holy Spirit knows. I'll pause here and say, God, being self-effulgent in perfection, does not understand your delusion, cannot understand your delusion. Therefore, the Holy Spirit is to bridge that gap. The Holy Spirit knows that it is not understandable, and yet he understands it because you made it. In the Holy Spirit alone lies the awareness of what God cannot know and what you do not understand. It is his holy function to accept them both, the truth and your self-created delusion, and by removing every element of disagreement to join them into one. He will do this because it is his function. Leave then what seems to you to be impossible to him who knows it must be possible because it is the will of God. And let him whose teaching is only of God teach you the only meaning of relationships. For God created the only relationship that has meaning, and that is his relationship with you. Wow, so beautiful. And I'll just clarify on a practical level, this isn't saying that we can't love other people. It's just saying that so much of what we call love is not love. Yes, we can receive that love of God and share it with our brothers and sisters. In an earlier lesson, we discussed in every decision we make, we can ask, am I being hostage to ego or host to God? And choose accordingly, knowing that the outcome, according to the choice we make, will lead to sorrow or joy. let us choose joy today and always. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, beautiful, for being here today. I'll see you soon.